Hey everybody, KC here. So it's just a few weeks ago that I was in Norwalk, Connecticut, not too far from where I live, and I came to look at a brand new 92,000 square foot Wegmans store that opened about 3 miles from my home and office. Well, it's a busy time right here, and I've told you this is a strip of Route 1 that is very busy with a couple of Stop and Shops and a ShopRite, Trader Joe's, Costco, Stu Leonard's, very, very busy. Well, they're not done yet, because just across the street from the Wegmans, they have now opened a brand new Target. It's a 117,000 square foot store. Target says it's among the larger stores that they're opening these days. Brand new. This is in a location that Walmart used to be in. Their lease ran out. And let me tell you, we're a little over 1,000 miles from Bentonville, Arkansas, and it really showed. That was a pretty dingy Walmart store. Closed it down. Target took over the space. It's taken some time to build the new store, but let's go in, take a look, and see what they're up to.
Someone stuck where they are.
No, Dad, I was
So there's no direct access from the outside to the grocery department of this Target store. And you gotta walk a long way from the front door to get here. And when you get here, I gotta be honest, the selection and the displays are so mediocre, so anemic, I'm not entirely sure why Target has even bothered putting grocery in. This is something you see a lot of in the store, an awful lot of empty shelves. Now, the store's only been open a couple of days, but there's no sense that, wow, things have been so busy, everything's kind of picked over. It's like, it's not that big a deal if we have a lot of empty shelves throughout the store. And especially in a new store, that's really kind of dispiriting. So this Target has a CVS pharmacy, but the thing is, it's closed. But there's no sign, no explanation of why it's closed. It's just that the screens are down. This is a perfect example to me, of kind of lazy retailing. If you're gonna have a pharmacy, but it's not open yet, and it may not be open for all sorts of reasons beyond Target's control, you gotta put up a sign and you gotta communicate why. just living it like this, it's just kind of pathetic.
If you want to wait, we're in the right. Yeah.
So this to me is a perfect example of opportunity missed and unimaginative retailing. So Target is selling LPs, they're selling vinyl, which is by itself kind of cool. But are they selling turntables? No, there's no evidence of any turntables here. Do they have some, maybe on an end cap, have some guy spinning some discs to generate a little of enthusiasm? Absolutely not. Nope, they just stick them up on the shelf and they expect people to find them. There's no magic here. There's no imagination. There's no energy. This is a perfect example of what makes this store really, really uninspiring. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I found a turntable right there. The problem is, it's in the home furnishing section. It's about as far from the electronics section and as far from the where they're selling actual vinyl as you can possibly be. There's no synergy, no thought to it. One of the things I found most surprising about this Target is that with the exception of the order pickup counter there, which it shares with the exchanges and returns counter, there's no sense of any integration between what Target is doing in-store and online. I would have expected to see far more of that throughout the store in 2025, but it doesn't seem to exist. If I find this store to be a little depressing, I think it's at least in part because 10 days or so ago, I was hanging out with retailers talking about retail tomorrow and all the things that retailers could do if they put their minds to it, to embrace a future in which customers are different, so retailing has to be different. Well, this is retail yesterday, and that's really kind of depressing. You know, Target's got the resources. They've got the kinds of people who could actually create something that's new and fresh and reflective of 2025 and 2026, and they're just not doing it. Is it even possible for a store to suffer from nobody gives a damn disease just days after it's been open? That's what it feels like to me. Listen, I'll give them this. It's brighter. It's cleaner than the Walmart was that was here before. But you know, there's a pretty tired Target store not too many miles from here in Stamford, Connecticut, and there's no reason for me to think that this store, 1,000 miles from headquarters, where nobody at the top is going to see it, this is going to end up the same way, and it's going to get only more depressing. There's been a lot of conversation lately in the media. I've had a story or two about it on Morning Newsbeat about how Target is due for a change at the top. Well, let me tell you, they better move quickly, and it can't be a CFO and it can't be a logistics person. If they're going to hire somebody to run this company, it's got to be a first-class merchant who feels retailing in his or her bones. Because if they don't do that, and this is the best they've got to offer, well, this is a company that's going to have even more problems going forward. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.